Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Bodhi Flow Oracle and Tarot. My name is Amber, and I'm so grateful you have found your way here today. Before we begin, please remember that all of my readings are timeless. If this message has found you, trust that there may be something here for you in this moment, regardless of when you are watching. This is a general reading, so not every message will resonate with everyone. Take what resonates, and please leave the rest. My intention is to provide guidance, clarity, insight, and encouragement as you navigate on your journey. So it doesn't matter whether you are seeking answers, confirmation, healing, or simply a deep connection to your path. I truly hope this reading brings you exactly what you need. If you enjoy my content and would like to support the growth of my channel, then please take a minute to like, share, and subscribe. Whether you realize it or not, every interaction helps the channel grow. It helps it to reach more people who may benefit from these messages. Now I want you to take a deep breath, settle into the energy, and let's see what Spirit has for you today. So before I begin the message, I did get an overall energy for you. The card that came out was the Staircase. I am going to read the book message for you. It is a beautiful message. So let's begin. Imagine there's a staircase spiraling up from the earth and reaching towards the stars. When you step upon the first stair, nothing about the world around you looks terribly different. The trees still loom above you and the birds wing far overhead. Once you take another step and another step, then 10 steps later, the world below you begins to look smaller. The flowers in your garden are no longer flowers, but are instead pinpricks of brightly colored confetti. Leaves that look small and shapeless from the ground are now at eye level and in sharp focus. The squirrel chittering on a branch looks suddenly large. You scurry on up and up. Suddenly the trees are thinning and patches of the sky are showing through. You can clearly see the underbelly of a bird overhead, each feather sharply defined. As you continue up the staircase, the world recedes. The stars get closer. The life you led at ground level seems suddenly smaller, and you wonder what it would be like to climb all the way up to the stars. The staircase teaches you perspective. At each new turn, our lives and vision shifts. It is time to ascend the staircase and take a bird's eye view. Yeah, so what I'm getting for this is we need to have a different perspective and view what's going on in our lives from that different and that heightened perspective. The veil is thinning. You are ascending like the staircase. You are going up. Some of the things you need to work on is being able to view from that different lens. View it from the different angles, but always, always, always sink into the heart and view it from that place of love. Look at it as if literally a bird's eye view. Look at it as if pretend you are your higher self, because you and your higher self are one. But try on those pants. Climb up to the very tippy top as high as you can climb, and look down with non-judgment. Look down on it from a place of love, from a place of wonder, and look and recognize how far you've come. Appreciate yourself and all your magnificence. Be grateful for everything that you have, everything that you've accomplished, and just, seeing from that different perspective, seeing from that different lens. Like the book said, viewing from here and looking up is completely a different view than when you get right here beside the bird, when you get closer and closer to the stars, because you are ascending. You are going up. You are removing the veil to where you can see things in a different perspective than you could 6 months ago. So embrace that. Okay, let's continue. Thank you, Spirit. All right. Let's get an Oracle of the Hidden Worlds to start. What does Pisces need to know, Spirit? What does Pisces need to know? Okay, thank you, Spirit. Temple of Dreams. Sacred dreams, prophecies, and dream journeys. Yeah, see, the veil is lifting. You are dream journeying. You are being visited by your higher self, by your spirit guides. There may be dreams that you're recalling. There may not be. But if you are recalling dreams, then I'm going to ask you to dream journal. As soon as you get up, write it down. And while you may not know the meaning immediately, you can look up hidden meanings in dreams and see if any of it resonates with you. But also, you're in the process of trying to manifest your dreams. There's a dream inside you that wants to come out, and you just don't quite know how to bring it to life. You're trying to climb the stairs. You're trying to view it from all angles. You're going through that internal pull, you know. You've set the intention out there, but it's like you teeter-totter. Like I said, that veil is lifting, and you're trying to trust, but you're still working through those hesitations, working through, you know, the limiting beliefs, working through, it could be fears, you know. It could be, and when I say fear, you know, fear could be something like fear of being seen, fear of being judged by others. A lot of times we don't realize, but some of us have a fear of success. Like we will say, hey, I want this, I want to create this, but what does that look like? And because we're so comfortable playing it small and fitting in, and, you know, the status quo, that, you know, the part of being grand, part of standing in all of our magnificence can sometimes be a little bit scary. But yeah, know that your dreams, you are going on dream journeys. And these are sacred dreams. The reason that you have these dreams, the reason that your heart is singing to them, is because it does have something to do with your purpose. So stop dismissing it. You got to learn to trust yourself. And it can be scary, you know, when you have those dreams. Sometimes we think, you know, we compare ourselves to others. We think we're not good enough. We think we're not worthy. But you are. That dream is in your heart for a reason. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, that one came out really quick. Well, that was actually 3. That's a lot. But I am going to take the top card. The Green Man. Rising, energy surge, and fertility. Yeah. See, your heart is fertile. There are dreams that you want to manifest. That energy is coming to the top. You know, your heart is singing. It is singing to that tune. It's singing to that energy, because it does want to be birthed. It does want to be realized. You are here to live your dreams. That's what we're here. We're here to live a happy, fulfilled, you know, just amazing life. And a lot of times, you know, depending on your age and everything, but still societal, it's always, oh, you've got to work hard for what you want. You know, we start off with, oh, you can be anything. Dreams really do come true. And then we start, you know, molding and fitting in and forgetting that that is what we're really here for. We're here to live. We're here to live our dreams. We're here to bring our uniqueness, our authentic self, our authentic desires. We're here to live. We're here to live with passion and purpose. I'm not going to take these other 2 cards, but I'm just going to see what they are. Yeah. So it's the other 2 that came out was the Secret of Camelot and the Meditation. So while I'm not going to put them on the board, I still think that they're relevant. Yeah, and that's just saying Spirit's telling you to be sovereign. Own your sovereignty. Own your authenticity. Stand up. Claim what is yours. And yeah, go into that quiet, practiced, meditative state. It could even be sitting out in nature, you know, but go to that place where you feel the most true to yourself, where it feels the most like you, you know, and just sit there and be and ground. You have to be grounded to bring your dreams into reality. And you've got to be in the here and now. You can't always live in your head. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, let's go to the next deck. Oh, this is a big deck. Give me just a second to grab all the cards so I don't miss any. There we go. Okay. Okay, I had 2 that popped out really quick. So the first is the Blue Ray Being. Direct divine expression. Bridge between dimensions. Yeah, see, the bridge between dimensions. Between, you know, the spirit world and the dream world and the physical world. You are supposed to bring that divine expression and ground it here into physical reality. You are being supported. Know that your dream matters. Know that it's meant to come to life. Like I said, you are here to live your dreams. And the next one is, look at that, heaven on earth. All are invited, 5th dimension, new earth, spirit, and matter. See? You're meant to bring your heaven on earth. You are ascending. You are very connected at this time. You are in the process of manifesting. Trust in your dreams. You're meant to anchor it here on earth. You're meant to bring this into physical reality. I love that for you. Thank you so much, Spirit. Where are we going to put that one? We're going to put that one right there. That one feels like home right there. There we go. Okay. Can I get another card for Pisces? Whoop. And another one came out quick. Look at this. Told you you're connected. Syrian emissaries. Dream for the new earth. Time now for a magical life. Thank you so much, Spirit, for the synchronicities. Please take a moment to claim this. Don't you love it when Spirit just confirms and all of the synchronicities and the reading, it just goes and it plays off of each card. It just keeps telling you, see, it is time for a magical life. It is time for you to bring heaven on earth. It's time to bring those dreams to reality. You have to own your truth. You have to bring your divine expression and anchor it here on earth. You have to climb that stairs. You are rising. I love this. Thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you. All right, let's see if any more want to come out of this deck. Thank you, Spirit. Do we have any more for Pisces? Do we have any more for Pisces, Spirit? I thought one was about to come out. Ah! Okay. I'm going to just hold this like this so you can see how it flipped in my hand. Let me set these down before they fall. Okay. And you got angelic ones. Divine healing is upon you. Divine grace and divine guidance. See, you are being led. You are being guided. Thank you so much. The veil is lifting. You're ascending. I love that. So there was about 4 other cards that fell over, but we're not going to take those because I don't think those were for it. But yeah, divine guidance. You are being guided. You're being guided. What is it that you're wanting to create? I would love to hear if it's something that you would like to share. Yeah. Rising energy, search for, see, yeah. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Thank you, Spirit. Do we have any more out of this deck for Pisces? Woo! Okay, there we go. Alright, let me set these down. Alright, and you got fire and water. Emotional integration. Feel. Look at the volcano erupting in the background, kind of lighting a fire. This reminds me of the Tower card. There's something trying to push you. You know, your heart is calling. It wants more. You know, what used to align with you, you're kind of outgrowing now. And that's okay. The only thing that is constant is change. Yeah, and go into that practiced meditative. I don't have the card out here, but remember we pulled it out earlier. And go into that stillness within so that you can do the emotional integration, so that you can continue lifting the veil, so that you can embrace your divine expression and create the heaven on earth. Thank you, Spirit, so that you can manifest your dreams. Thank you, Spirit. All right, let's get a spirit animal for Pisces. Let's get a spirit animal for Pisces. Yeah, you're trying to embrace the unknown, and like I said, it can be a scary thing to stop with the comfort of our everyday lives and think about stepping outside of that comfort zone. Some cards did fall, but they fell face down. I'm going to push them right there just so you can see. Spirit, please give me a card for Pisces. There we go. All right. We got the blue ringed octopus with boundaries. Okay, so that is Pisces spirit animal. Yeah, putting up those healthy boundaries. I mean, the fire and water also says stillness amidst turmoil. You have the volcano erupting in the background. I'm getting kind of the tower energy. But yeah, just putting those healthy boundaries up so you can remain in your center. Not letting situations, places, people, or things take you outside of yourself. Yeah, so you're an empath. Most Pisces are. We're water. We're very mutable, so we have the tendency to take on emotions and feelings of others. But it's setting those boundaries, you know, and doing it from a place of love, loving and protecting your energy. There is nothing wrong with that. You can do that lovingly. It is an act of self-love to, you know, ground, protect, and not allow another's energy in to divert you or shake things up. There is a divine healing upon you. Like I said, you are going through an ascension. And when you go through an ascension, it's not all rainbows and butterflies. You know, it's a lot of that energy and the emotions and things that we have pushed down for so long that, you know, we've chose to just turn our heads to because we didn't want to have to go through it. We didn't want to have to integrate it. We didn't want to have to feel it. It was just easier to dismiss and push it away. But part of ascension is bringing light to all of those areas. It is redefining. It is forgiving. You know, a lot of the things just don't resonate with who we are becoming. And that's what it does, is it forces all of that to the light. So it can be rocky, it can be bumpy. You know, I'm going through an ascension myself, and I go through very high highs, and then, you know, sometimes, you know, I'll even start out the day, you know, and I try to get into this playful where, hey, what's the day going to bring me? You know, and treat it like each day is a surprise, because it really is. And that's the way we should view it, is being open, treating it for all the magic and wonder it is. But then sometimes, you know, just out of nowhere, you know, I'll have like these feelings just come over me like, okay, why am I sad? Why am I feeling like I'm not where I should be? Why am I doing this self-judgment? And that is part of the ascension, is releasing. We are our own worst critic. Releasing that self-judgment. Getting out of the mind. Realizing that your dreams are coming for you. They are coming for you. You should be so excited about that. Know it. Know they are coming for you. What you want wants you, and what is meant for you will never pass you by. Now, we can make it harder based on the choices that we make. We can make it harder by not going through and working through the healing so that we can leave what doesn't resonate with us. And just because I'm talking about this, I do want to get more cards for you. But one of the things, because I'm also a Pisces, and this is what I'm going through as well. One of the things I wrote in my book, and I wrote, what is fear? A feeling that slows down forward movement, stem from uncertainty of what is to come, or from wanting to protect what you have. It can also come from not feeling like you are worthy of what you want, from feeling like you may do without, scarcity or lack of mindset, or from a feeling like you will be judged. Let's explore uncertainty of what is to come. When is the last time you were uncertain prior to this moment, here and now? Now, I stopped writing right then, but I went internal and I started thinking and I started processing all of those. And I don't know why, but there is a reason. I'm going to trust my intuition. There's a reason that you need to hear that. And some of the other things that I've written, you know, is learn how to read your guidance. You are getting guidance. Some guidance is subtle. It can come in synchronicities, symbols, numbers, a song, a kind word from a stranger, a message from a friend, an inner knowing, deja vu, or an epiphany. But yeah, build a relationship with your guides. Build a relationship with yourself. Pay attention to the subtle essences and energies, the synchronicities, the repeating numbers, you know, the songs. But also, don't forget to ask the question. You can't get answers unless you're open to the answers and unless you ask the question. Be bold. Ask it to yourself before you go to sleep at night. Hey, spirit guides, what is my next step? Spirit guides, what may I be missing? What can I do to move closer to my dreams? Whatever it may be. Don't be afraid to ask those questions. Thank you so much, Spirit. All right. Let's move on. All right. I don't know why this was, I just paused a minute because I put the deck up, but this one was left laying on the desk. And obviously there's a reason, so I'm going to bring it out. It is the Pink Robin with mystical powers. And that just goes to everything I was just talking about. The synchronicities, tuning into your guides, developing that relationship with your guides, learning what the signs and synchronicities are, knowing you are connected. You are dream journeying with them. They're wanting to help you to bring your sacred dreams to the material world, to heaven on earth. You know, you have guides all around you. You are ascending up the staircase. Thank you so much, Spirit. All right, Spirit, can I get another card for Pisces? What does Pisces need to know now, Spirit? Oh, that came out quick. Okay? And you got Pleiadian activation, coming together, harmony in the heavens, and resolution. So yeah, because you got the stillness amongst turmoil. You got the boundaries. Some of you are going through something. But trust that, your spirit guides, the universe, everything is coming together in your favor. And like I said, that fire and water kind of remind me of the tower. Remember, when things happen, they are happening for you. They're not happening to you. They're happening because sometimes, we won't take the next step. We are complacent. We get in those comfort zones. And sometimes we have to have that little shake up to push us towards, that movement, that growth, the expansion that you're going through. Thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you so much. Are there any more cards out of this deck for Pisces, Spirit? Ooh, okay. Order of Melchizedek. You can read it. I can't say it, but you can read it. Embraced by light. Mission uncovered. Don't give up. See? Yeah. That's just Spirit confirming there is something that you're trying to birth. You're in the process of it. You are going through that awakening. What you want is making its way towards you. But sometimes there has to be a little shakeup. What is it you're afraid of? You've got the dreams. Are you not grounding? Do you need to take the time to ground so that you can't bring your dreams into reality if you're always in your head? And the physical realm, the realm that we're on, this planet Earth, you have to take inspired action towards it. Is it more ease and grace and play and passion? Yes. If you're following your passion, if you're following what makes your heart sing, it's going to come to you. Is it going to come to you in the way that you expect? Probably not. Because our minds are so limited in the possibilities of what the universe has in store for us. They are so limited. What we envision is only a little glimmer of what could potentially be. And that's one of the things we're learning too, is to release all that control. We always want to control. This is what I want. This is the way I want it to happen. This is with who I want it to happen. This is where I want it to happen. This is when I want it to happen. And this is how I want it to happen. Well, that's not how it works. The way it works is you put your intention out there. You take inspired action towards it, but you release the outcome. You have to be open. What if everything's going to be way more magical than you could have ever expected? We always want to put these stipulations, and we're always afraid to embrace the unknown because we're afraid, well, what if this could happen? And it's normally not the best possible scenario that we're imagining in our mind. Well, what if you change that around and you imagine, hey, what if it's way better? Change your perspective. Shift your perspective. Climb up the staircase. See from a different view. Thank you, Spirit. Do we have any more from this deck for Pisces, Spirit? Ooh, okay. Well, that is just beautiful. Merkaba activation, transcendence, ascension. You are rising up. Look at that confirmation. All you have gotten is confirmation after confirmation after confirmation. Synchronicity. Spirit telling you, hey, yeah, multiple decks saying the same thing. The veil is lifting. You are transcending. Ascension is upon you. Yeah. I love this for you. Thank you so much. All right. Let's go to the Divine Masters deck. I'm laughing. I'm laughing because what is that word? The word that I told you I could not say. Okay. Here he is. Confirmation. Different decks telling you Yeah. Divine knowing, higher learning, commit to your vision through study. So yeah, there's something you're wanting to be birthed. It's like that. It's like the 8 of Cups, mastering a skill, practicing. We learn through trial and error. Something that wants to be birthed, maybe you need to study. You might need to take a course, you know, but doing that study and doing that practicing. And it gets easier and easier the more and more you study, the more and more you practice. Thank you, Spirit. I love that. Okay, I don't know why that deck is intermingled, but we're gonna fix that. There we go. Okay, any more from the Divine Masters deck for Pisces Spirit? Is it Melchizedek? Maybe that's it. Maybe I just said it right. Look, I just practiced. I might have got it. There we go. And we got Hathor, light activation, acceleration, brilliant, standing your light. Yeah, see? Acceleration, same thing as ascension. You're rising up, you're accelerating, standing your light, standing your truth. Embrace who you are. Love who you are. And then Mahavatar Babaji. Spiritual awakening. Interconnectedness, understanding the inner workings. See, you're going through an ascension. You're going through that spiritual awakening. This is now what, the 4th deck that I've used? And all of them are confirming. And yeah, it's, like I said, an awakening, it can be tumultuous. It's not the easiest path, but this is one of the agreements you made. This is one of the things that you wanted to experience during your life journey in the physical reality. You wanted to awaken to spirit. To spirit. You wanted to awaken to your truth. You wanted to be guided. You wanted to stand in joy. And it is happening for you. Thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you. Do we have any more out of this deck for Pisces? We do. And that's the last one I'm going to take out of this deck. And we have... Okay. This is another one that I can't... Vajra Yogini. Transcending fear. Facing fear leads to fearlessness. Embrace your power. And you remember a few minutes ago, I read, what is fear? Now, obviously, that was what fear meant to me. I just wanted to experiment with it and see how I defined it. And by giving, a broader definition than just something being scared of, and given those others, it allowed me to look at things from a different lens. So I could see, oh, okay, well, maybe this is why I'm hesitating here. Because I'm complacent. I'm comfortable and leaving my comfortability, my comfort zone. That's scary. That means I have to step outside the box, and that's it. A lot of times we hold so tight to this life that we've created, yeah, sometimes that next step, because it is the unknown. Well, what if I leave this behind? Yeah, that's really real. That's a fear. I might leave that behind and I don't know what's going to happen. But normally that fear is because you're worried that the worst could happen. If we were always like, hey, I'm going to step outside of that comfort zone because better than I could ever imagine is going to happen, and having that knowing, then we would always step outside of it. So it's transcending those fears, becoming fearless, embracing your power. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you so much, Spirit. Wow. This is such a beautiful reading. And yeah, you've gone through a lot. Here Spirit is again with more more confirmations. Dream and journey. What was one of our first cards? Temple of Dreams. Sacred dreams. Dream journeys. I would recommend getting a dream journal if you're remembering bits and pieces. And sometimes I'm not good at that, because I will wake up several times in the middle of the night, and I have had dreams, and I'll be like, oh no, I just want to get back in bed, and I don't write it down, and then I go back to sleep, and next time I wake up, I don't remember it, maybe very briefly. But yeah, I think a dream journal. And the funny thing is like I said, I'm a Pisces, so as I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking to myself, so I'm gonna practice that too. And then we got direction guardian. Yeah, choose your path. You're powerfully manifesting. You're going through an ascension and a spiritual awakening. Yeah. Commit to your vision through study. There's something you really want to bring heaven on earth. Yeah. Yeah, see, the normal, the mundane, it just doesn't resonate with you anymore. You have a dream, and your heart's calling for it. And it's time to embrace it. It's time to take steps towards that path. But have patience. It's not going to happen overnight. And it is going to take a little bit of work. It's going to take some inspired action to bring that to this earth and anchor it. Thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you so much. Anything else from this deck? There we go. I love you, Spirit. Spring. See your seeds grow. Yeah. Planting seeds for the future, knowing that what you want wants you, taking that inspired action, getting out of your head, doing the inner work, continuing on your healing, and really just loving yourself and learning to love your life, creating the life you love. And then we got guardian angel as well. You are not alone. Your spirit guides, your angels, they're side by side with you. Sometimes the healing journey, it can be a solo path where you have to hermit to begin with, and that kind of reminds me of the staircase, because a lot of the hermits, they're sitting there, they're meditating, they may be hovering over a staircase where they're seeing, going inside, finding the guide inside, getting in contact with their higher self, and just doing that inner work. And so a lot of times that can be a solo for a minute, and it takes that time out, that time alone. So especially for a Pisces, with us being such empaths and absorbing and taking on energy, but you're not alone. You've never been alone. You have always been connected. So know that your guides are around you, hugging you, loving you, walking side by side. That's so beautiful. Thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What else does Pisces need to know right now? Thank you, Spirit. Wildflower. Unplanned joy, serendipity. Remain open to unexpected joy. Yeah. Look how she's blossoming. Look at all the flowers around her. Look at the stardust coming down from the heavens. And she's blooming. Where her head is a flower, and it's bloomed wide open. Under the moon. Not under the sun. Under the moon. Under the unknown. Under the subconscious. Everything she wants is blossoming and turning into a magical life. This is what your life is going to be. You just have to believe and embrace it. Thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you so much, Spirit. came out of that deck. I'm going to get you an angel number. Please give me an angel number for Pisces, Spirit. Angel number for Pisces. There we go. And we got number 6. Your heart is your gift. You are a natural born nurturer and have a great talent for helping and healing others. You are the epitome of self-sacrifice and a protector of those you love. It is I am nurturing. 6 is also a number of abundance. But look, yeah, this reading is for a lot of the star seeds, light beings. You know, you have a great talent for helping and healing others. Thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you so much. All right, let's get some tarot for Pisces, and then we're going to wrap up the reading. Let's get some tarot for Pisces. Love it. You got the Ace of Earth or the Ace of Pentacles. Abundance, opportunities, resources. Yeah, what you want wants you. You are in an awakening. You are going to get abundance. There are going to be divine opportunities. You have divine guidance. You just have to start taking inspired action, and your dreams are going to be manifested in the material world. And then you got the Page of Wands, creative, enthusiastic, and motivated. It's time. And look at the angel. That looks just like, look at the feather. That looks just like the feather. You are being guided. Look at the staff with the wings. Look at Hathor's crown. Look at the staff. You are being guided. There are so many synchronicities here. It's time to bring that creative expression into the universe. You may have to study or take some courses, but you do have, do some higher learning. You're going to have acceleration along your path. You're going through that ascension. Know that, you know, you're integrating right now. You're going through the integration. It's not going to always be that hard. You're going to come to a part where it just all falls into place. You've got the angelic ones there with the guardian angel. I just recognized and saw that again. So you've had nothing but synchronicities, nothing but confirmation. And yeah, time to get motivated. Be happy, be excited, act with passion, take inspired action. Thank you so much, Spirit. Okay, let me just see if there's any more confirmation. How is Spirit helping Pisces? How is Spirit helping Pisces? Yeah, the 3 of Wands. Know that you've put your intention out there. It is coming. This is her. She's looking out on the horizon, knowing that her ships will come sailing in. Spirit is saying it will happen for you. You're waiting on the results of your efforts. Yeah, you're going through the ascension. You've got to learn to have that patience, but you are moving in the right direction. There is continuous improvement. There's going to be arrival of opportunities. And your manifestations are coming. Thank you so much, Spirit. Sending you so much love and light. Thank you.